Hellcat.
Hey guys, what's up? Enzo Forvey here, back at it again with another video. Today we are back at it with a new series, and I would say series, it'd probably be like maybe 2 videos at most. But we are starting a 7-round team mock draft, and I'm gonna be doing the Lions. Obviously, it's my favorite team. I'm gonna be doing maybe one for the Steelers as well, because that's a team I like a lot. But I'm gonna try and do maybe 1 or 2 of these for Detroit, and maybe 1 or 2 of these for Pittsburgh. But for sure, plan on 1 or 2 of these for Detroit. So basically, this will correspond with the mock draft I just released this morning. In case you didn't know, I just released it. Go check it out. It's my mock draft 5.0, I believe, and I think it's a pretty solid mock draft. And we're gonna go in correspondence to that. So we're gonna start with Detroit's 7-round mock, and at pick 8. They select Brian Burns, the edge player from FSU. He's athletic enough to play a 3-4 outside linebacker to rush off the edge and play more of a 5-2 look when Patricia wants to play that. He can not cover, but he can make plays in space. He sets a good edge for the run. And I don't think that he's a linebacker, but I think he is versatile and athletic enough to play a linebacker role if need be. I think it's a solid pick for Detroit at pick number 8, and I love that pick for them personally. I'd be super happy if they made that pick. Either him, Ed Oliver, Quentin Williams if he's available, which probably won't be. Rashawn Gary, I wouldn't mind. And Josh Allen, my number 1 consideration there, but he probably will not be there as well. So we're going to go on to the next pick now. Pick 2, round 2, pick number 43. The Detroit Lions select A.J. Brown, wide receiver from Ole Miss. I wouldn't be surprised if A.J. Brown slips them at pick number 43 in the second round. I could also see him getting picked as high as pick 20 in the first round to the Steelers. I do think that this is a realistic pick. He just needs to fall a little bit to Detroit. He can play slot, outside. He's an awesome route runner. He's got pretty good hands. He's got pretty good speed. And he's not terrible sized either. He's like a Golden Tate kind of player with the ball in his hands. And I would love for Detroit to get that aspect of their offense back. They haven't had it since Golden Tate was in Detroit. And, yeah, overall, that would be a home run pick if they could get it. Not sure if they will, but this is kind of like a dream mock draft, which is somewhat realistic. I think that's a pretty realistic pick, though. If he's there, they're 100% going to draft him. I don't see why they would pass him up. Round 3, pick number 88, I'm selecting Ben Powers, guard from Oklahoma. Overall, he is just a really solid offensive line prospect. I do not, when I watch film on him, I see a guy who can very easily step in as a year 1 starter and take T.J. Lang's spot. Is a 3rd-round pick that is tremendous value. Other offensive linemen I could see him drafting in the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th round would be I'd say probably in the range of a Elton Jenkins, Chris Lindstrom, Ben Powers. There's a couple other guys that's evading my mind right now. I can't think of all of them right now, but there's a couple guys they could very well take in the 2nd and 3rd round, possibly even 4th. But this pick right here reassures that guard spot that T.J. Lang left the void at when he retired and when Detroit really cut him. But Matt Patricia needs a new offensive lineman there. He was not afraid to spend a higher pick on Frank Ragnow last year. I think they stick with the trend and they get another offensive lineman to fill that void that T.J. Lang left. Pick 4, round 4, pick 111. I'm taking Justin Layne from MSU, the cornerback from LSU. I said LSU. It's MSU. My bad. Everyone is talking about how overrated he is. I really don't see why he's overrated. He's got a pretty solid athletic skill set, and he's a converted MSU receiver to a corner. And I see that he's not as, technically gifted as you like to see. His technique isn't the best, but Matt Patricia's an awesome coach. He's got a good defense coordinator, Paul Pasqualoni, and I see in 2 or 3, and in possibly the next 2 years, a starting caliber corner to play outside Darius Slay. And Tease Tabor, let's be honest, Giants fans, Tease Tabor probably isn't going to work out at the outside there, and he's probably going to get converted into a safety or possibly even traded or cut. So you got to wonder, who's going to be the guy that starts outside Darius Slay? Maybe next year it's Rashawn Melvin. But I think in the next year, by 2020, Justin Layne can be a starting caliber corner on the outside next to Darius Slay. He needs coaching, he needs some better technique, but overall, the talent is there. He's a little bit raw, though. That's why he's a 4th-round pick. Round 5, pick number 146, I'm taking L.J. Collier, defensive lineman from TCU. The reason I have a list as a defensive lineman is because he looks pretty versatile when you watch him on tape. He's very athletically gifted, as you saw in the combine. He's a little bit bigger, so I guess he might be able to play a defensive tackle and be able to rush presence in the defensive tackle spot. I see him more as a defensive end, though, especially in Detroit's scheme. But overall, he's a pretty solid run defender, and I think with, like I said, coaching, The defensive line coach for Detroit has, I can't think of his name off the top of my head, has done a great job with the line so far. He's taken Ashawn Robinson and Deshaun Hand both to new heights, as well as bringing in, developing a pretty solid Romeo Cora, as well as, trying to think of the other guy they had in the defensive line last year was Ziggy Ansah. Snacks Harrison was really good, but he came in really good, But he did a really good job with what he had in Deshaun Hand, Ashawn Robinson, and Romeo Cora, making those three guys pretty solid players and pretty solid contributors for the Detroit Lions in 2018. 2019, I think LJ Collier, probably a Collier, whatever you want to say, will be a backup depth player, but you can never have too much depth, especially at the defensive line spot. And that's why I wouldn't be shocked the Lions took Ed Oliver at pick 8, because he has the upside of an Aaron Donald kind of prospect, but I do not have him taking him. So as of right now, they're picking their depth defensive lineman in LJ Collier from TCU. Round 6, pick number 184, the Detroit Lions select Tre Lamar, linebacker from Clemson. He is a little bit injury prone, but he's a thumper. The Lions need someone who he's a thumper. Like I said, they need someone who can be the thumper at linebacker. They really don't have that guy. Jared Davis is a silent speed guy. He makes all the tackles, right? But you don't have that thumper that is just a run support guy. Jared Davis is more of an athlete than Tre Lamar is, but Tre Lamar is almost like I don't know if I want to make this comparison, but I'm going to make it. Lawrence Timmons, just a thumper who can cover okay. He's not the best athlete, though, and he's a thumper. There's not much to it. He's not the most versatile linebacker, but he's a solid linebacker. The modern-day NFL linebacker is a guy who needs to be able to cover and play the run. This guy can really, I think his biggest asset is playing the run on 3rd and short, 2nd and short, and he can be an asset in terms of his run supportability, but it might be a little bit, I don't want to say this, a liability in pass coverage. So, for Detroit in this round 6, I think that'd be a huge pickup for them. I don't think he'll go before this, to be honest with you, because his draft stock has been plummeting lately, and personally, I'm a huge fan of Tre Lamar. As you've seen him on our Nighthawks franchise, I think he's a great player. I watched him at Clemson, I watched his film, he looks pretty solid when you watch him play, but the key is he just needs to stay healthy. So, next pick now, round 6, pick number 204, I have the Lions taking Devine Izigbo, running back from Nebraska. I watched the East-West Shrine game, and I love this guy. I watched film on him afterwards. Loved this guy. Another guy I could see him taking here, maybe in their earlier 6th-round pick, is Raquel Armstead from Temple. Another guy I'd want them to take. I'd like them to take a running back at some point in the draft this year, a thumper, a bruiser, a guy who can just run the ball between tackles and do it well. I think he would be perfect for it. He's not super injury-prone at Nebraska. He had a very solid career at Nebraska, and he has all the attributes of a good bruiser running back. C.J. Anderson holds that role this year, but he's probably not going to be in Detroit for the next 3 or 4 years. So maybe you develop Devine Izigbo, and he can possibly take over that role as the power running back to take some of the load off Kerryon Johnson and keep him healthy, which is the number 1 overall priority, is keeping Kerryon Johnson healthy heading into the 2019 season. Alright, finally, round 7, pick number 224, the Lions select Zach Gentry, tight end from Michigan. This is just keeping a guy from Michigan in Michigan. He was at their workouts, they local workouts, he was at their workouts. He can be a guy who can vertically stretch the field. He's tall, he's big, he's got pretty solid hands, he's not a terrible route runner, he's not terrible speed, he's okay at everything. He's just an average tight end prospect, if you ask me. He's never put up amazing stats in college, but as a Michigan fan, I watched a lot of him, and I personally think he's okay. I just don't think he's like the best tight end prospect in any stretch, but if he's there in the 7th round, I see Detroit bringing him in to be their number 3 tight end behind Michael Roberts and behind Jesse James. I'm not buying the T.J. Hawkinson thing, and I'm going to make a draft review after the draft. If the Lions take T.J. Hawkinson in the 1st round, I'm probably going to be very angry. I'm probably not going to hate the pick, but I'm not going to be super happy with it. I don't care if T.J. Hawkinson's next for Rob Gronkowski. We have way more needs than tight end right now. And, yeah. Now moving on to the final pick of the 2019 draft of the Detroit Lions. Round 7, pick number 229. Taking another local guy, Maxx Crosby, defensive end from Eastern Michigan. At this point, you're looking for guys who have some sort of upside. He has some very solid stats at Eastern. He's just a local guy, and you saw them do this with, I'm trying to think of his name. I can't really think of his name off the top of my head. They took an Eastern Michigan defensive lineman, I think 2 years ago now, but I don't think he even made the team. Maxx Crosby has upside. He kind of reminds me of an Anthony Zedek-like player. In terms of what he can do in the run support. I don't know how much I think he's big enough to fit in Matt Patricia defense, but it's like I said, this is the 7th round. You're just looking for guys who have some sort of upside to them, and guys who are there's no one who's like a no-bust, material here. these guys all, like, the bottom 3 or 4 rounds have the possibility of being a bust, more than the others, obviously. So, guys, let me know what you thought of my picks. I hope you liked it. If you're a Lions fan, I hope you liked it. Maybe if you didn't, you can talk me down in the comments. We can have a conversation. I could very easily see a couple picks going differently. The first round, I think, will dictate the draft, because if the Lions take, like Ed Oliver, like I was saying earlier, try to replicate the success of Aaron Donald, I don't think they'll be taking LJ Collier. Maybe not even taking Maxx Crosby. I think in the 4th and 5th round, they'd probably be going with more of a corner approach, maybe, if they don't take Justin Layne. And if A.J. Brown's on there, I think they go best offensive lineman available. You know, a lot of things can change with the first pick of the draft of the Lions. And I kind of have to wait to make a full mock draft about it. But I don't really have it, so you can't really wait. That's not how mock drafts work. You kind of guess and figure out where everyone's going to go. And this is my first ever mock draft. I'll make another one in the next couple weeks before the draft. I think we have 2 weeks to the draft now. It's, as of right now, April 15th. So I believe we have 10 days really until the draft starts. So I'm hoping to get one more of these out maybe. I'm trying to do one for Pittsburgh maybe. But planning on maybe one more of these for the Detroit Lions if this one is well perceived. If no one likes it, well, not make another one. But it is my best attempt at it. Guys, I hope you like this video. Please leave a like and subscribe if you're new. This is Enzo4 of 8, and I'm saying peace out.